The air was thick with anticipation, as if the world held its breath, waiting for a spark to ignite the stillness. In that moment, the absence of sound became a haunting melody, resonating with the weight of unspoken words and untold stories. The final sign of his presence lingered in the form of a solitary missed call, the clock striking 2:47 a.m. on the night Sebastian Clark cast me out. I found myself paralyzed, unable to respond. Now the voicemail was the only remnant of what once was. My heart burns with disdain for you. Breath quivered in the stillness. I loathe that I still, a muffled sound, perhaps a sob. A silence enveloped the line. I played it on repeat, the words gradually fading into a haunting echo, their meaning slipping away into the shadows. Whispers danced through the air, secrets swirling like shadows in the dim light. It began as hushed murmurs barely audible, yet laden with secrets waiting to be uncovered. Then came the headlines. A young man, torn by the weight of a forbidden love, escapes into the night after a scandalous affair with the very woman who raised him. Our tale transformed into the kind of gossip that ignites conversations at cocktail parties. Can you imagine? Whispers of scandal surrounded those who had never felt the gravity of Asher's laughter, or heard the soft melodies Sebastian Clark would hum in the shower. Only my sister reached out, her voice cutting through the silence like a lifeline. Jesus, Evelyn, she whispered, her voice laced with urgency. A young man bound by blood, yet separated by circumstance, grapples with the complexities of his identity as a stepson. Silence enveloped the room as the call ended abruptly, leaving an echo of unspoken words hanging in the air. The motel bathtub felt cramped, barely containing the weight of the unfolding drama, while the nearly empty bottle of wine hinted at the chaos that had already transpired. I stared blankly at the spilled wine swirling in the water, a bitter symbol of my unraveling life, and I couldn't help but think, this is how it was meant to be. Such actions warrant a fate like this? Suddenly my phone vibrated, breaking the silence. A chilling notification flashed across my screen, a Google alert I had meticulously configured in Asher's name. In the heart of the city, a young man named Jay Hartwell, just 23 years old, navigates the complexities of life with a fierce determination. In the shadowy depths of Nevada, a fateful night took a turn for the worse as the sirens wailed, signaling unrest for Dewey. With a shattering crash, the bottle tumbled to the floor, its contents spilling out in a chaotic cascade. I pulled him from the depths of despair. He appeared as if he had just emerged from the depths of despair. Ugh, a vibrant tattoo coiling its way up his arm, each curve telling a story of its own, scrawled in fierce, jagged strokes of flame. Upon laying eyes on me, his expression contorted into something dark and unsettling. What brings you to this place? For the simple reason that no one else dares to step forward. His laughter echoed, a haunting blend of bitterness and despair. Incredible, how truly noble. I extended my hand toward him, the air thick with unspoken tension. He recoiled, a shiver racing down his spine. Don't, he spat, his voice laced with venom. You've lost the right to act like you care. You've lost the right to act like you care. The truth pierced like a knife to the ribs. In truth, I was never his mother. She was merely a woman, yet she dared to seize what was never meant for her grasp, handed him a stack of cash, a ticket for a journey into the unknown. He stepped onto the vessel, resolute, not casting a single glance behind him. He shot a defiant middle finger over his shoulder, a silent challenge hanging in the air, the final clue that revealed our shattered state. At this very moment, under the dim glow of flickering neon lights, I spend my nights at a gas station, nestled along the desolate stretch of IE. Without a trace of makeup, there were no designer clothes in sight. Only a name tag reading Linda, a silent rebellion against the haunting echoes of Evelyn that I could no longer endure. In the stillness of the road, when the world fades into silence, I allow the memories to wash over me. The moment my fingers brushed against Asher's skin, I felt his breath catch, a sharp intake that spoke volumes of the tension hanging in the air. In a moment that would forever be etched in their hearts, Sebastian Clark knelt on one knee, the world around them fading into a blur. With a trembling hand, he revealed the glimmering ring, its brilliance reflecting the love that had blossomed between them. The air was thick with anticipation as he spoke the words that would change their lives forever. Each kneeling in the relentless downpour, a wild grin spread across my face, as if the world around me had faded away, leaving only the exhilarating away. Rush of the moment as I pour steaming coffee for the weary truckers, I mask the tremor in my hands, a silent battle raging within me. Was it truly worth it? Indeed, but that's the essence of ruin. It remains indifferent to your regrets. And so the tale of Evelyn reaches its poignant end. A haunting tale of despair, isolation, and fateful decisions that can never be undone. In the depths of this tale, a lesson emerges waiting to be uncovered. Once a door swings open, it seals its fate, forever barred from closure. What choices would you have made if you were in Evelyn's shoes? Could you have turned your back and walked away? We invite you to share your thoughts in the space below. In a world where every choice hangs by a thread, we teeter on the edge of transformation. One reckless decision away from morphing into a stranger in our own skin. In a world where desire ignites passion and betrayal lurks in the shadows, the narrative unfolds a labyrinth of moral dilemmas. Each twist and turn unveils the intricate web of human nature and the delicate threads that bind relationships, leading to revelations that resonate deeply within the soul. At its heart, the story unfolds as a haunting reminder of the perilous allure of forbidden desires and the irrevocable harm wrought by self-serving choices. It vividly portrays how fleeting indulgences can spiral into enduring ruin when they transgress essential moral limits and societal norms. The characters' journeys reveal a haunting truth. Crossing certain lines, especially those entwined with familial trust and societal expectations, doesn't merely fracture relationships. It irrevocably reshapes one's identity and ability to find joy in it. The future, etching deep scars that no amount of remorse can ever erase. Evelyn's fall from the heights of social prestige to the shadows of a lonely motel clerk paints a haunting picture of how a cascade of poor decisions can dismantle a life. Each choice, seemingly small at the moment, ripples outward, revealing the heavy toll of fleeting pleasures. Meanwhile, Asher's tragic decline illustrates the peril of being thrust into the complexities of adulthood too soon, stunting his emotional growth and forging unbreakable bonds of dysfunction that will haunt him forever. Sebastian Clarke's transformation reveals the insidious nature of betrayal, a venom that seeps into the very core of trust, tainting his capacity to forge genuine connections, even as he appears to have moved on. The narrative compellingly reveals that certain moral boundaries are rooted in deep psychological and social truths. When these boundaries are crossed, the repercussions ripple outward, inflicting harm that reaches far beyond the immediate individuals involved, disrupting entire webs of relationships and communities. The characters are ensnared in a web of their own making, where the elusive promise of redemption slips further away with each passing moment. Their transgressions cast long shadows over their lives, leaving them to grapple with the haunting weight of their choices, forever trapped in a solitude that denies them the warmth of happiness. The tale unfolds with a haunting clarity, revealing that while human desire is a force that can be grasped, its unchecked nature, particularly when it endangers others, ushers one into a tormenting abyss, a realm where memory and regret intertwine, ensnaring the soul in a relentless struggle. In the end, the narrative reveals a haunting truth. Certain deeds linger in the shadows, forever marked as unforgivable, not due to societal dictates, but because they shatter something deep within both the perpetrator and the victim, leaving a wound that time cannot mend. The destinies of the characters reveal a haunting truth.